All right, ladies and gentlemen, today I stopped by, just happened to drive by a garage sale, and this still has the original price sticker on it. It's hard to believe, but it's rough. Look at that. Look how rough this thing is. It's not locked up, but this switch is stuck. So I'm gonna put this in some vinegar and let it set overnight. I paid $5 for each. I got $10 here. This is a PNC 9208. It's locked up. So I'm gonna soak this in WD and let it sit overnight. This right here was worth the $5. I'm still working on having a complete set of sockets and stuff, 3/4 inch, and this right here alone is used $34, and new, some of these, depending on the brand, the cheapest one, Sunex, new is like 38, 39, and I've seen some as high as $84. So 3/4 inch stuff's expensive. So I'm gonna clean these two up. Figure, since I gotta soak them both, I might as well, and I might soak this in vinegar just for the heck of it, just to try it. I just realized that's rusted pretty good, so maybe I can get that cleaned up. Anyways, let's soak in vinegar overnight and come back tomorrow and see what I can do with it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I kind of screwed up. I dumped my vinegar on the ground accidentally, and so I had to set this in overnight in that Vaporus, and yeah, the Vaporus is losing its strength, of course. I don't have time to leave this in there for a week while it was working, so I'm just going to use the wire wheel, take it down. This is still stuck, so I'll put it in the vise and break it loose. But anyways, let's go to the wire wheel. Now it's time to see if we can take it apart. Let's see, where's my other pick? I really need to make a little more organized side here. Hope these aren't damaged screws. Find out in a moment. Yo, that one was loose. That came apart pretty easy right there. Well, that one, they weren't very tight. That's for sure. Can't remember, it's the only marking on here is an O, and I can't remember what the O stands for, but I don't think there's anything wrong with this except the selector switch. Dry as a bone. Don't lose these springs. Dry as a bone. Yeah, look at that. Now, so I don't lose the springs, let's take them out. There's one. Can't move the selector switch yet, it's stuck. So I'm gonna put these springs on a magnet real quick so I don't lose them. Now, this paw's loose. This paw, there it goes. And this is still stuck. It's rusted shut. Rusted. Aha. There it goes. Now, I could tap this out. The problem with that is, if I mess this up and can't peen it back over, well, then I have a problem. Because these parts are getting harder and harder to find. Everybody messages me asking me where to get parts, and ladies and gentlemen, it's getting to the point where a lot of these older tools, I'm saving old junk ones just for parts. And I kind of thought maybe that's what this is, but actually this one, it'll clean up. Matter of fact, fire up the Dremel here. Give it a little dab. There we go. Oh yeah, now it's easy. Easy peasy. So I'm gonna go ahead and Dremel it all real quick. And you know, there was a point during World War II where none of these were plated or anything. They were just raw steel or painted steel maybe. I'll look up what that O brand is, but I can't. I've got one identical to this. But I think what I'm gonna do this one, I'm gonna blue it. I'm gonna blue the whole thing. I don't have a way of powder coating. Plus, you don't want to powder coat something like, because it interferes with the selector switch, and you don't want to interfere with the mechanism. Painting it's okay, but I think bluing it would be better. So that's what I'm going to do. So let me finish dremeling it, and then we'll see what we get. Just going to show, somebody might want to see how well. These are little fiber wheels. 357 Magdad gave me the idea on these, and I'll show you how they work. They work really well. There you go. works really, really well. This thing should go back together, should work like brand new. So let me finish up and then come back to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to blue these. Maybe a mistake, I don't know. But that's what I'm doing. First, I gotta clean it real good. Get the black off of it. It leaves a soot. Clean it real good, and then I'll go ahead and blue it. And I don't know what metal what it is. And it might have been black at one time. I don't know. It was rusted so bad it was hard to tell what it was on it. I've never done a Ratchet blued it before, so this will be a new one. Excuse me, get the hiccups today. And like I said, I could probably leave it this way and be just fine, maybe. Can't remember where I think this was from the garage sale. But it was definitely rusty. Did not take care of their tools. I kind of polished the top of this. It really didn't take very well, but I'm just going to leave that like that. All right. Yeah, let me get set up. Oh. The bluing I'm using is this. Some of you guys already know it, but there might be a new viewer that doesn't know. This is called cold bluing. I like this brand over the others that I've used. They're pretty much, I like them all. I've got it right here. This bluing, super blue right here, this works good. It's a little, let's say, it's bluer than this that I'm using, but you got to rinse that. This you don't have to rinse. All right, let's see how it takes. See how dark it gets. Oh yeah, it'll be all right. Why not? Don't really care to blue the inside of this thing, but if it gets in there, it's not going to hurt anything, I don't think. Now this cold bluing, I'm doing this to help protect the tool, just help it from rusting. Boy, it did turn black, didn't it? See how it turns? Oh, this turns black quick. fingers all over it. Probably shouldn't, but oh well. I use a brush instead of cotton swab. The cotton swabs absorbs a lot of the material and waste. So, plus, if you're doing a pair of pliers or something where you want to cut in real close, this little artist brush works really good. All right, you let it sit for 60 seconds, and then I got a new towel here, you wipe dry. The edge is right in the line. There's a little bit of moisture, so I want to make sure I get it all. See how it's faded now? It's kind of, it's matte looking, or flat maybe, flat color. Alright, set them aside. Got some 4/0 steel wool here, and just give them a brush. I'm trying to get in that groove, that crack, the edging right there. Alright, just that little wipe down. See how flat, ugly color that is? See how shiny that is? That's it. Nothing to it. Alright, now what I'm going to do on the inside, see where it's kind of whitish color? So what I'm going to do there is I'm just going to get a little brass brush. I just want to get the brass brush where the bluing is, so it'll turn to rust if you don't take care of it. There you go. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy at all. So now let me finish wiping these others, and then we'll come back and put it together. All right, let's put it together. I want to show you. That's the inside. That's the outside of the ratchet. For some reason, the inside didn't take the ballooning as well. Not sure why. I thought I cleaned them all about the same, but anyways, that's what I got. So, guess it really doesn't matter. There's an O mark there. this. And let's put a paw there. Oh, can't. I'm doing stupid. Doing stupid, sorry. I actually have to use this like that. That has to go like that. Because I need that paw to work. Put a spring right there. See? Well, too hog wild here. Might as well get a little grease. You guys can use oil and use whatever you like. I use grease. Don't need a whole lot. Metal contact, I put grease. Like I said, back in the day, these were oil. Some of them had oil holes on them. Came from the factory, that oil hole. Oops, put the spring in backwards. There we go. Like that. Now, I need the selector switch to go over to the other side. Compress this. See, I'm compressing that. Put this down. I was looking for my spring for a second there. I knew I put it on the magnet. That, like that. Now, probably what I should do, grab a little grease here. Just the base of this rides on that plate. I want to put the selector switch in the center. Drop that in there. Now, what I'm going to do is grease this. Probably should have greased the gear before I put it in there, but it ain't going to hurt nothing. Now let's turn this. I just turned it a little bit because I want to put more grease on those gears. Slather a little bit here. See what I've done? Real simple. The spring's sticking up a little bit. That won't hurt nothing. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Not a whole lot putting these together. I probably should have put a little Loctite on the bottom of these screws. Flips, now it switches, see? Oh, it's quiet too. Let's see, gotta socket here I can spin real fast. Boy, this thing's tight. The only thing I don't like about these old school like this, no thumb release. But I don't work that way anyways. Normally if I use a socket or a ratchet, I have 2 or 3 of them and I put whatever sockets. If I need 4 sockets, I have 4 ratchets with 4 different sockets on it. I'm gonna drop a little oil on this detent. It's just tight. I thought it might be rough. Well, you know, it's hard to tell if it's rusty or not. Man, it's tight. I don't think it's rusty. I think it's just tight. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I call it good. Rusty old ratchet. I think I paid $5 for this one. Let me see what brand it is. I can't remember what that O is for. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I screwed up. I forget to bookmark. Tell you the truth, I'm really not sure how to bookmark anything. Anyways, I can't find it. That circle, it's either Hinsdale or Duochrome. I cannot remember for the life of me what that circle stands for, but I got another one. Frustrates me. Before I forget, I broke it loose. It wasn't even that bad. It was just a little bit of rust in between them, but paid $5 for this, and it's a PC 9208. These are expensive, even used. 3/4 inch swivel. But socket is an O. I have a Plumb here, an older Plumb. Looks identical except for the thumb. Anyways, then I've got, it's a WF21. This is a 38. This is a Plumb, an old school Plumb. And then I've got another one. This one's marked with an O, and I cannot remember for the life of me who. It may be Plumb. But anyways, I got 2 now. I got the 3/8 and the 1/2 inch. So, and then I've got the Plumb that here, in here. These are about the same age. I figure late 30s up into about 50. Anyways, doesn't matter. They're made almost identically the same, except for the Plumb has the little dimples on the inside right there. See? Same design, pretty much. I bet parts will interchange. I didn't even try. I probably should try that one day just to see. But I painted this one black. This one is just blued, completely blued. I kind of like it. I do like it. I probably should have let this dry a little bit. I think, matter of fact, I'm just going to soak this with a little bit of oil and then set it outside and make it turn a little more black. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Cheap tools. Brought back, usable condition. This one would turn the one direction. It was locked up, just rusted underneath. Like I said, I could have probably knocked that loose, but if I would have damaged and not been able to put it back together, I may have had a hard time getting parts. these older ratchets are getting very hard to find parts for. Unless you're lucky to find someone that has some new old stock that's selling it, more than likely you're not getting it. It's getting harder and harder. So anytime I find these old junk ones, I go ahead and buy it just for the parts, the internal parts. I mean, for $5, if it wasn't any good, used serviceable, the parts, the springs, and the 2 pawls inside would have been valuable to me because I have another handle I could have rebuilt. All right, ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you think. Oh, if anybody can remember Joe T, I bet you will. You'll remember. I cannot find it, what O stands for. I know it's a company, but I can't remember which one. Y'all give me thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe if you like. Tell me what you think. Bye.